Good morning, smart shoppers. Today we are here at Dollar Tree. We're going to go over some different prep items, some items that would be good to have on the back burner in case we have bad storms, in case the power goes out, whichever may cause that. Different things that we should stock up on, things that I would stock up on. You know, these are just my opinions. Take everything with a grain of salt. Some of these things I'm going to go over today are things that I think we should have in storage, you know, in case, you know, something happens. But I wanted to thank you guys right off for the great response that we got on our video prepping in case of a lights out scenario. I really appreciate all of the good feedback we got. And a lot of the feedback was different items to stock up on at Dollar Tree. So we're going to go over some of the ones that I think are good ideas to kind of have in storage, however may be. You know, whether it's in your storage areas or backpack. We're going to talk about a lot of things as we go on here. Maybe different first aid items, over-the-counter medicines, things like that, tools, good things that you may want to have. We're going to see some cheap options here today at Dollar Tree that I do feel are pretty worth it. So let's get to it. As soon as we come into Dollar Tree here, the first thing I saw, and it kind of got an idea for these little neon bracelets. Be good to have. Say you have animals. One thing me and my brother used to do some caving years ago, and we would tie like glow sticks to our dog on the collar so that if she ran off, we could see her. I don't know, something to have, some extra light in case they go out. Even though these things are predominantly for birthday parties or stuff like that, it might not be a bad idea to have a little bit extra stock on plastic spoons and forks. You might be able to find a better deal at like Sam's Club or something if you buy a little bit in bulk, but it's a 48 count set. Now me and Jessica, we actually have a couple of these in our preps in storage, just in case. You never know when you might need it. Now I was walking down this cleaner aisle here. Notice they got their garbage bags back in. The last time I was here, they didn't have any garbage bags. This is 25 bags for $5, and I know that's our Dollar Tree has turned into the Dollar Tree Plus dollar and a shrub plus more. I don't know, but this is $5. Usually it's right around $9 to $10 for 40 bags in some other stores. So yeah, you're paying more, but if you don't use much, just want to throw it into storage there, it's good to have. I do have to admit, I'm not a big fan of Dollar Tree turning into this Dollar Tree Plus. You really have to look at everything now because anything can be a different price. Let's see, 80 wet wipes for $5. That's about the same as it is everywhere, so not too bad of a price. These are always good to have, anytime really. So I know we can find candles cheaper than this. These really aren't that good of a deal, especially to have in storage. I feel like $1.25 a piece. These are pretty expensive. If you want to buy a lot of candles, I do plan on visiting candle factory outlet here at some point where you can get a lot of cheap candles, save you a lot of money on batteries. Batteries are expensive. They do have all these little tea lights here though, these little tiny ones, good for marking a path somewhere. If you're out camping somewhere in the woods, good to have little markers. Let's see, you get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 for $1.25. I don't know. I still think we can find these cheaper, but at least they have them. One good item to always keep in storage, a few of them, and I don't feel like these are a bad price at all. Super glue. Super glue is a good thing to have in case something is broken, obviously. Now, okay, so I don't know, you know, I come from a long line of Boy Scouts and stuff, but the one thing I've done, if you can see here, I have this scar on my hand. Yes, that was fixed with alcohol to clean it, super glue, and holding it together for about an hour. I probably needed a few stitches in there. Don't necessarily recommend you doing this unless it's kind of an emergency situation, but I was pretty gutsy when I was younger. But yes, I literally put my finger back together with super glue, which probably wasn't the smartest idea, but I always think of having super glue in case of a situation where you can't get to a doctor or something, you know, and you have to do something. Again, this is what I did. I don't recommend doing this yourself unless it's an emergency situation, but always good to have super glue in storage for any kind of situation. Always a good idea to have some gloves as well, and these are $1.25. I feel like that is a great material for $1.25. I usually use these to work on a car or something, usually maybe thinner ones. My brother used to get these all the time where he worked for free, and he would give me pairs of them, but I have since used and torn those up. So other things too, it's really good to have in your preps here. Different some braided rope. Need to tie things down. I use this stuff like if I go kayaking or something, to where I'll like tie off different things like a cooler or things from my backpack that I don't want to take with me in the kayak to keep less weight in it. But yeah, I see all kinds of things here. You know, these are the things I usually look over off camera, and I usually don't point these things out, but because of our response of different items that people wanted me to check out for prepping items, I feel like this is important. You know, and these are things that I stock up on myself. Not saying that you have to, but these carabiners too, these are good to stock up on too. Great for multiple different uses. Tools are also an important thing to have. Even if you have just a few tools, you'd be amazed what you can do with a pair of pliers if you don't have anything else. I have used pliers for a lot of things. That's what's gotten these strong wrists over the years. Let's see, we got this here. Always good to have a folding knife, sharp, where you can cut up some sticks for roasting marshmallows, if nothing else, I guess. But yeah, I mean, a lot of these things are good to have. These are cheaper quality, so keep that in mind. But never too bad to have some screwdrivers in case you need to change batteries on the road or something. They even have these little 8-in-1 screwdriver sets, which got a nice grip on it there. And these are all $1.25, guys. Electric tape. Electric tape's great for anything in case you need to splice some wires together for something that, you know, maybe your fan broke. I've fixed a lot of electronics with this, or battery operated. A lot of battery operated fans are still run with wires of a connection. So it's good to learn some of these skills, as we've been talking about on the channel lately. And for some of our younger crowd that may have children, or even our older crowd that may have grandchildren, it's always good to keep some of this stuff on the back burner. Stocking up on baby powder, petroleum jelly. This is a pretty small thing here for $1.25. One thing we've been seeing a lot at Dollar Tree lately is shrinkflation. This has probably shrunk twice in the last couple years. These used to be like the regular size for $1.25. But different baby shampoos, baby wipes, these are good to have for all ages. Good to stock up on some of these things. And, you know, just you check the count of things. Fisher Price here, 64 wipes for $1.25. That's a good deal. And they have some of the Huggies down here. Some of them you got to check, though, because a lot of these, I know they have flushable wipes and then they have non-flushable wipes. So, my opinion, doesn't really matter too much, but it's good to have these. So we're going to focus a lot on different canned goods and stuff that are good to stock on. Most of you know that me and Jessica have quite a big stockpile of different canned goods. Always good to have. They do have the Del Monte Harvest cans here. Sweet peas, $1.25, $1.50 pretty much everywhere else. They do have the Margaret Holmes tomatoes, okra, and corn. Got some good comments on this, $1.25. Every time I see these, they're for $1.50 or more. Got the collard greens here, so you know, I remember when they first went up to $1.25, these were terrible prices, and now, you know, you go to Kroger or Meijer and it's like, oh, they're not so bad anymore. Tuna, regular tuna for $1.25, we can find it cheaper, but not much cheaper. Some places like Kroger, regular price now, $1.29. But, you know, if you go outside the name brands like Brookdale or something, I believe they're still 89 cents. And they have like some of these that I like to stock up on. The Brunswick tuna salad packs here, way cheaper than the Bumblebee. $2.59 pretty much everywhere from Bumblebee, $1.25 for these. So you can get two of these for the price of one of the name brand, which Bumblebee makes these. Same thing. As to where Dollar Tree sells the kitchen classics, and I know I've gone over this before, these are $1.25 here, still $1 at Dollar General, so keep that in mind. Let's see, expiration on here. This expires in 2025, so good expiration date on that. And yeah, it's good that if you have like a big pantry, if you're stockpiling canned goods, always remember to kind of change them around. Always pull the older ones up forward, so the ones that you use, so you're always putting the and I'm sure I don't even have to say this, but you know, you definitely want to like switch them around. Like with the way we have it, we'll have like a ton of like chicken noodle soup. Well, I make sure like after a month or so that I'm looking and I'm pulling those forward so that we're keeping the expiration dates back as far as we can. So now $1.25 for the Knorr pasta sides is a okay deal. We've been seeing these for $1.39 pretty much everywhere. We saw they went up to $1.33 at Walmart. No longer cheap at Walmart either. $1.25. They never have like quite the selection, but we like the creamy garlic shells, and this one's probably the one we stock up on the most because this I feel can go with any kind of extra chicken you may have frozen. I'm gonna make a meal at some point and show you guys what I make with this. It's pretty simple. You just cook up some chicken and mix it in with this, and it's pretty fantastic. They have definitely gotten in a lot more of the yakisoba meals here, which we get a lot of comments on. People stock up on these. A lot of people on our channel stock up on these. $1.25. I'll probably say $1.25 a lot, but now I feel it's okay to say that because some of these items are going up to $3 and $5. They sell out of the chow mein very quickly, so if you see it at Dollar Tree, you may want to buy up some. And then these jasmine rice packs, these are pretty shelf stable items. Of course, this one says 12th of January 2024, so I don't know, this is an older pack. I've seen these go as far as 2 years, so I don't know, you definitely want to check the expiration dates. Hey, they have these potato dumpling things here at Dollar Tree. The potato nachi or nochi, however you like to say it. $1.25 here. We saw one that was about 3 times the size at TJ Maxx, and it was $4.99. So I don't know. I guess if you got 3 of these, it would be a better deal. Some of you on the channel were talking about these and how good they are. Never tried them before. Might try them here at some point. Looks like it would be good to store. Some people brought up in our last video that these are actually good to have. These different cereal packs. In the case of a scenario where we are out of power or something like that, obviously milk is going to go bad if you can't keep it cold, but these would make for some good snacks for $1.25. They stay fresh because they're sealed individually. Normally I would say that's not a good deal, and it really isn't, but you know, I could see like if you're looking for long-term storage here, you know, as long as you don't open them. I do like how these have resealable bags on them too. I feel like because of that feature, $1.25 isn't so bad. Yeah. Well, look at this. They have the Idahoan potatoes, dehydrated potatoes, back in here at Dollar Tree. $1.25. These are $1.50 pretty much anywhere else. $1.44 a pack at Walmart. Guys, we are so stocked up on these, and it's good to have. I'm glad we stocked up. We stocked up on them when they were $1 a piece before Christmas, and we got probably, I think, a little over a year left on the expiration date, but I don't know, we'll definitely go through them. But the ramen noodles here are $1.25 for a 5-pack. We saw at Meijer yesterday, it was $2.19. $2.19 for a 6-pack, so this has become a way better deal. I feel like our Dollar Tree has really stepped up their game. I do wish that they would carry the 50 to 75 pack of Reynolds Wrap and just charge $5 rather than, I mean, I don't know. I guess this ain't too bad because you could just buy a few of them. 15 feet for this. I haven't seen Reynolds Wrap at Dollar Tree in a long time. Let's see, it'd be $4.50 for 45 square feet. So yeah, that's about right. Different pans and options here. I don't know. I feel like we can find use out of any of this stuff. One thing I've always tried to prepare on are spices. I never really talk too much about a lot of the stuff we buy, but nowadays I pretty much am. We're giving that up. Never tried this garlic pepper seasoning. Wow, you get a lot there for $1.25. Huh. I've had no problem with any spices from Dollar Tree. Let's see. Okay, well, you can get a pepper and salt shaker here. A lot of this stuff has been gone from our Dollar Tree. So these salt and pepper grinders here. Now these are the cheaper ones. These are really cheap as far as like quality. So, but I mean, you know, paying $1.25 for that. I see these from McCormick for like $3 a piece now. So it's not too bad if you're looking at it price-wise. Yeah, they got a lot of the craft. These are the regular sizes that we get Now, we've seen these on sale lately for $1.49 at some stores, but usually regular price is $1.79 at most grocery stores. But it's just good barbecue sauce. And yeah, same size. That's pretty cool. As a matter of fact, this is the one we get right here. It's the one Jessica always uses for her famous meatloaf. And this is 18 ounces, same size as the one in the major grocery stores. You're saving money on them. We are well stocked on these. Most of this stuff, we have a few of each. I find good deals. I buy them up, guys. That's how we've always worked. So the spaghetti, I don't know if this is something I would stock up on. I really like stocking up on the Sam's Club Members Mark spaghetti. It's really good. And you get 6 pounds for $5.48 was the last time. May have gone up since I've been to Sam's Club, but we'll check. And really, this ain't too bad because you get 25% more. You're getting 20 ounces of spaghetti here for $1.25. It's a good deal. I just, you know, if I have a choice, I would rather go with Members Mark. Looks like they got a lot of their beans back in. They didn't have any of these the last time I was here. They got their black beans, and these have been really going up in stores. They've got the lentils here. We even seen at Walmart, there's rarely a bag of rice or beans especially, for less than $2 anymore, except for those navy beans for 88 cents that nobody buys. Black beans, well, I can't say that. Some people probably do. Got the black beans here. This is still, yeah, it's a pound, $1.25, and they got the red kidney beans back in too. Bunch of omega rice there. They have these little teeny tiny suddenly salad, pasta salad here that we get comments on. They also got the classic. Somebody said they haven't been able to find the classic. Got it back in here. I know this is the one they, or not the classic, the ranch and bacon. That's what somebody was talking about. This is usually the only one they have, but they got the ranch and bacon back in. 3.7 ounces. The classic is 3.9 ounces, but it's not much more. But yeah, you can see they're getting this one back in. It's really good. As part of our preps, me and Jessica have been reading through our 101 ways to make different things with cake mix. It's pretty cool. We did a video the other day where we went to Walmart. It's called our Wild Trip to Walmart. If you want to look that up, it's a few videos down. And then we make it, or Jessica makes a strawberry candy, not candy, but strawberry bar cake, which is pretty cool. Really tasty. Learned how to make some different glaze. That was pretty awesome. Got some of the Tend to Bake down here. All these are $1.25. They got some of the sugar back in, granulated sugar. That is a 1 pound, I think. I think it's still 1 pound. Yep, still 1 pound. I'm surprised that hasn't shrunk, but $1.25 for that. Always good to have a little bit of coffee stacked up, and in case of a situation, or if you're wanting to stock up a coffee that's going to last a while, guys, this is like flavor sealed. It's the one thing I like about Cafe Bustelo and Cafe El Moro, is that if you just buy these up, because you never know when the prices may go up on these things, so it'd be good to have. It says 10/14/2024, but I'm willing to bet this lasts way past that date. Maybe even put it in another bag just to seal it up a little more. And if your power does ever go out from storms or whatever reason, it's always good to have some shelf-stable milk. The Modern Pantry whole milk is pretty good, and it is something you can make with your cereal. I was thinking of cold milk before because that's usually what we use, but good to have some of these things in your pantry. Just keep in mind to always check the expiration dates on these. Like this expires September 21st, so you only have a few months, and I know there's some of these that last way longer than that. This one is 4/26/24, so yeah, this is going to last you until April of next year, so way different here. This one's getting ready to expire. This one lasts a while. Always check the dates, always. One thing too, if you are like us and you live in an apartment, you're not going to have much space. We pretty much put food and different prepping items all over the place. Good thing to have, and I know it's maybe not the cheapest way, and I'm not a big fan of Sweet and Low, but it is something where you can put packets everywhere. You can fit these in different spots that you wouldn't be able to fit like a big huge box in an apartment or something. And they do have the equal saccharin back in. We got some comments on this. They didn't have this the last time. Another item that's good to have in preps, just in case, some extra dish detergent. You never know. Palmolive's a good brand, and yes, it is smaller, and I will say we have talked about this before, but it definitely doesn't have the viscosity that it used to have. Ajax is pretty good too, and these are only $1.25, so none of these items are going to break the budget. Something I never really go over when we come to Dollar Tree. We're kind of branching off, you know, showing more things than just food. We want to show some items that at least me and Jessica believe are good to have. Always good to have some extra kitchen utensils, especially knives. Knives are good to have. You know, you never know when you need to. I know everybody always thinks you need some big fillet knife to fillet a fish. Nope, I could do it with one of these right here. I gotta say, Dollar Tree's really upped their game on some of these things too. I like this little spoon here. I mean, it's plasticky, you know, it feels cheap, but like right here, just the little things, you know, give you that little extra grip on the thumb there. Spinning stuff out. I'm glad they're thinking of this. I mean, I remember when these were $1, right? But I mean, I haven't looked at this stuff in a while. It's even got a little rubber grip there. It's nice. I mean, these used to be cheap where they would pretty much fall apart as you use them, but I don't know. Good stuff that you can stock up on. Here's some metal ones here. Good if you're cooking over a fire pit. Back to the canned goods here. It was getting pretty crowded here, so I didn't want to get anybody's way, but I did want to point this out again for our new viewers. Something important, because these are $1.29 for a 10.5 ounce can at Kroger, regular price. $1.25 here, and you get 25% more. So if you're going to stock up on chicken noodle soup or some of the other soup, they don't have any tomato right now. Sometimes they have tomato. But if you're going to stock up on these, it's better to get them here. Sam's Club is $13.57, I think, for a 12 can of the 10.5 ounce cans, which really isn't that great of a deal anymore. I'm glad that we bought them up when they were a good price. But yeah, it's definitely, you're definitely going to save if you stock up on them here compared to whether you if you stock up at Meijer or Kroger. I mean, even if Kroger has them on sale for $1, this is still a better deal because you're getting 25% more. You're getting 13.5 ounces compared to 10.5, so you're getting 3 extra ounces of soup. So the other day I found one of my old cans as I was rotating our food around of the Healthy Choice, and it was the older version, and I ate it and it tasted great. And I was like, this, I knew it. I was like, this is terrible. They changed something in this. I don't know what they did. I don't know what they changed. But something is different. It just does not taste the same. I quit buying them. I used to love these. And this was back when Dollar Tree was still $1. But yeah, the can I had that I ate, added a few Ritz crackers to it, and it was fantastic. But yeah, I don't know. The broth, something just doesn't taste right with these anymore. Something we were talking about the other day are the Goya beans here. They got the red beans, the black beans, and the pinto beans, $1.25. We've seen the cheapest we've seen them is Walmart for $1.50, but these are going to be going up. We see them at a lot of places for $1.69, $1.79 now. So if you like the Goya beans, they don't have the variety of some other stores, but they got the 3 most commented on the channel, and this is definitely a lot cheaper than anywhere else. Look at all the snacks they're getting in. I thought some of these would go up in price. They got these Snyder's of Hanover butter snaps here. These are $1.25. I mean, they just came back in. They are a smaller bag, 9 ounces. Not, I mean, smaller than what you're going to get at Kroger or something, but I feel like that's a pretty good deal still. I thought they got rid of them. They have come back in, and there are some way bigger bags of chips, and all of these are $1.25. I would have thought these have gone up in price. Okay, so these pork rinds here, one thing I wanted to say, just because it reminded me of it, the last time I came here, I got a bag of these red hot pork rinds. Now, I used to get these a lot. I don't eat these kind of things much anymore, but I did get a bag, and I gotta say, it was way hotter than it normally is. Usually these aren't that hot at all, but I guess I had an extremely hot bag. So just throwing that warning out there, if you get these, they're a lot hotter than they used to be. I am noticing that Dollar Tree is getting in a lot more stuff that they used to have that they haven't had in a long time. Good to see. I love these things. These are delicious. Mixed berry. They're like kind of like crackers almost. They're like pastry crisps. Yeah, that's what they call them. 8 pastry crisp. I know Kellogg sells one of these. They're pretty expensive at Kroger. These taste pretty much the same. Maybe not as good. Or Special K, I think that's what it is. But these are pretty good. Definitely worth $1.25. You do have to kind of watch it when you're looking at frozen items now at Dollar Tree. I noticed that the Geo's toast here, you see that? It's 4 slices now. It used to be 6 slices. We haven't had it in a while, so it's funny. Like some places like Kroger and Meijer, like stuff will go away, come back at a higher price. If it goes away here, usually it comes back in a smaller size. And a lot of people left in our last video, the Hot Pockets that they sell here are not worth it anymore. We saw here, and I'll show you, because we noticed this the last time. Like $1.25 sound like a pretty good deal. Look at this. Look how thin they are. That is ridiculously thin. There's like nothing in there. That's what people were saying too, that there's like no, it's like all breading. Now they do have other meals here that are now $5. We usually see these Jimmy Dean breakfast bowls. Okay, $3. Okay, that's not bad. Actually, all this stuff is $3. Frozen strawberries, although be careful with frozen strawberries lately. There have been some recalls. You may want to look up online. There's been a lot of recalls on frozen strawberries lately. All of these items in this section are $4. I don't feel like that's too bad for a Red Baron pizza, or any pizza for that matter these days. $4.99 regular price at Kroger. They've got these $5 items in this one here. Got the Gordon's fish sticks and crispy battered fish. That's 6 of them for $5. Not too bad there. We see them for a little bit over $7 in a lot of places. Got some different fancier ice creams. The Blue Bunny ice creams, $5, and some White Castles for $5. 4 sliders for $5 that you got to cook yourself. I don't know. That seems a bit much. $5 for these small things at Ben & Jerry's. Now these aren't those little teeny tiny ones that we saw the other day. I think that was at Family Dollar. I couldn't believe how much those were. But these are $5. Those were like $1.99. So yeah, you're getting triple that. You're paying triple the price. $5 for these things at Breyer's ice cream though. All different kinds. Even the Snickers. Snickers and Reese's, $5. I don't feel like that's too bad. We were talking about cheap fire starters the other day on the channel in our lights out video. A couple of you brought up some really interesting ideas. One, you know, because we were talking about newspapers and things to use for fire starters. Toilet paper rolls. Toilet paper rolls, that is an excellent idea. And people were saying use the lint. Some people were saying they were putting lint, like lint traps in your dryer and keeping those in a separate bag. Yeah, I can imagine lint would be that would instantly light for a fire. That would be a good idea. Some people are saying even stuff it in the roll, stuff the lint in the roll to start a fire. I mean, that, you know, if you're having a big fire outside or camping or any kind of scenario, yeah, that's pretty smart. One thing that is also important to have in any kind of lights out situation, we're going to go over some better options here, but this is a cheap option. Just to have as a little extra light. I don't know the quality of these. They're probably very cheap. $1.25 for these right here. But it's something, and it's small, and it's something that you can put away. And I know some people were talking about like bug out bags and stuff like that. I don't know if I would trust this. We're going to go over some like different headlamps and stuff that I recommend, which are a little more pricey, but definitely better quality and last forever. I did just notice these candles here as I was coming back down this aisle here. So this is definitely worth more because that's gonna last a while. That's probably definitely worth $1.20. Well, still, I think we can find these a lot cheaper. Some bigger ones here, and they do have some other ones with these. Oh, okay, no, that's a little case for it. But yeah, most of the small. But yeah, these big ones right here. You know, if you don't have like a candle outlet or something, I may throw candle outlet into one of our other videos that we do because I'm not going to do a whole video there, but we're always buying up candles. I don't know how good these would work, but I've never seen these here before. These are little LED tea light candles. It says 360 total hours. I wonder if that's just on these batteries that they have in here, because if you have better batteries it would probably last longer. Also, a lot of people were talking about solar lamps, different solar candles and stuff like that. Very smart to have. Let's see, here's another LED pillar candle, 120 hours. But again, maybe with a better battery, that might last longer than that. Well, that was our trip to Dollar Tree today. Saw a lot of preppable items. Good to see these things. A lot of like the shelf-stable milk. That's really cheap. $1.25 for the modern pantry. We get a lot of good comments on that. I have tried the whole milk. It's pretty good. It's not my favorite, but I mean, you know, in the case of the lights go out, it's definitely something that's good to have on the back burner, just in case for that scenario. Good for your coffee or good for cereal, stuff like that. Some of the tools, they're very cheap quality. Cheap quality. $1.25. I still think it's good to have a good pair of pliers, or, you know, some screwdrivers. Super glue, I know I showed you my scar before. Yeah, unless you really know what you're doing, I don't recommend that. It's always best to see a doctor. Let me say that first. But in an emergency situation, that's definitely something good to have, especially it wasn't a very big cut. I was washing a glass and a glass broke and cut into my finger there, but just wanted to go over that because there's many different uses for super glue, that being one of them. Also, I cleaned it out real good, used some different like alcohol to clean it and stuff like that. You definitely want to make sure that you're cleaning it first so you don't get any kind of infection or something like that. But again, that's something that I did myself. I don't recommend, I'm not saying do this yourself, but in an emergency type situation, if you can't get a hold of nobody, you can't get to a doctor, it is an option. So wanted to go over a few of these things today. Got a lot of comments on it. A lot of the different foods. There is a lot of shrinkflation going on at Dollar Tree of a lot of the things that I don't feel is worth it. Mostly because if we buy in bulk at other places, you're ultimately getting a better deal and you're getting more anyway. But we're going to go over those items here at some different places this week. So I am excited to go over some of these things. Guys, thank you so much for watching the video today. I hope it helps. With all that being said, I am out. And always remember, the adventure is out.